So we're here, me and Jacko. And we're gonna have a look at this tent, aren't we? Say yeah. In this video I'm going to show that while camping, when you first get into it, doesn't have to be expensive. There's plenty of gear out there these days, that whether that's on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Spock, online selling site, you don't have to spend hundreds of pounds to get out and enjoy wild camping in the hills. With summer just around the corner and the weather getting nicer, I've come out today to show you a super cheap wild camping setup for this summer. So this is the FreeFUL Launch-On 2 tent. So this tent, I've used it, well, I did use it on every single camp for 2 years straight, so I know this tent quite well. It's a brilliant shelter. I'm not going to go into all the specs of it because that's for a different video, but yeah, it's a 2-man tent. It weighs just over 1 kilogram, and that's with everything included, including the stuff sacks, the pegs. That's not with the trekking poles. Huge space inside, so you can easily fit 2 people in here. I've opened the full tent out so you can get a good idea and a good look inside. So this is a Lomo closed cell foam mat. So basically this will sit under your mat. Well, you can use it for a multitude of things. You can use it as a sit mat, just like that. Put it under your sleeping pad to protect it from, I don't know, pine needles. These are about 15 quid from Amazon. So, and they're giving you that protection to your bed, a little bit more R value, so keep you that little bit warmer. And yeah, so you can get different ones of these. So you can get just roll mats, closed cell foam mats, or one, if you've watched any of my previous videos, like my one with from Wild Sky Gear. So it's almost like a ripstop aluminium thingy. They're usually a little bit dearer. So yeah, we're gonna put that in the tent, and I'm going to set everything up as well, so it'll give you a good idea of how everything fits in the tent. Next thing coming out the back. So this, funnily enough, this is the bed that I started while camping with. So I've used this firsthand, and don't get me wrong, for this kind of price you're not going to get the most warmest kit, but with it coming up to summer and warmer weather, it will do a job. You know, it's not going to be like a big Agnes or a Thermarest pad, but it's going to give you that little bit of comfort and keep you off that cold ground, because the ground still gets cold in summer. So yeah, this is a self-inflating mat. I actually got this from the Range for £5. So if I can find the link, then like I said, I'll put it in the description below and you can have a look for yourself. I've slept in some harsh conditions in this. I've camped all over the Peak District, Kinder Scout, Kinder Downfall, Baslow Edge. I've camped in quite a few places with it, and it's a good mat. It's wide enough, it's big enough, and yeah, like I said, it's, oh yeah, that's another thing as well, it's also got a built-in pillow with it, so perfect for starting while camping. So obviously it's a self-inflating pad, so all you do, turn the nozzle and you can hear the air, and that'll inflate, and then you can just give it a straighten the foil mat out. And that is the bed. Got a built-in pillow there. So next up out the bag is a sleeping bag. Everything will be linked in the description below. This sleeping bag is from Amazon. It was about 35 quid and it's a 2-season bag, but it'll be plenty warm enough in summer conditions. So like I said, this sleep system is perfect for a wild camping beginner. You've got a closed cell foam mat, that'll give you a bit of R value. You've got a self-inflating pad, and then you've got a 2-season sleeping bag as well from Amazon. You know, it's not going to be as warm as your Dara sleeping bed, sleeping bags and foil mats, but like I said, it'll do a job. And if you've got the right layers on, take hand warmers and stuff like that, have a warm meal before you go to sleep, you'll be more than warm enough in this. Brought you inside the tent, a little bit of shade, absolutely boiling today. So what we're going to go through now is cooking systems and what do you eat when wild camping. You know, if you've been searching wild camping for a bit, you've probably seen all these expensive meals, £6 a meal and stuff like that. It's not ideal for someone who's just getting into it. And my idea behind it is, if you're first getting into wild camping, you don't want to be going out and spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on gear. Maybe £100 to £200, but you know, you've got tents out there now, £900 tents and stuff like that, and it's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to show you a few cook systems, what I use, cheap and more expensive, and different options for food. So first, this is the stove I use the most. So we have the Seawolf titanium pot, so that's about 20 quid on Amazon. But obviously you don't have to get that one. You could go to Aldi and pick up a 5-piece cook set for like $4.99, but there's cons to that. You know, it's going to weigh a lot more, it's going to be bulkier, and yeah, ultimately it's going to be heavy, whereas in this it weighs next to nothing. So inside the stove we have the MSR Pocket Rocket. So this is £35 stove, I think, which is there for a stove, but I obviously wild camp a lot, so that's why I choose to use this stove. Brilliant stove, but for this video we're going to put that down because I don't think that's ideal. If you're just starting wild camping, you don't really want to get that, because ultimately you could go and not like it. So all that aside, you have burners like the Speedster stoves. So I think that stove was $2.99, and basically this is a bioethanol or methylated spirit burner with a super absorbent mesh in there, so you can't spill it, which is perfect. Pros and cons to both. You know, this is going to take a lot longer to boil, but it is a lot lighter than the MSR Pocket Rocket or any other stoves really. I think it weighs like 20 grams or something like that, and obviously you have to carry your fuel as well. So pros and cons to both. So with these, that's how it works. And then you'll get a little pot stand that I've not brought, and then it'll go over there and you sit your pot on top like that. So yeah, meals, what can you eat? So there's plenty of meals out there. Summit to eat meals, adventure foods, bloody, there's loads of them at the minute. But you do have cheaper alternatives, so just a couple of things. You know, Morrison's cheese and broccoli pasta, I think that was like 26p or something like that, and it'll do a job. Do you know what I mean? It's going to fill your belly, it's going to warm you up. Cheese and broccoli pasta, easy. I think this was about 70p. Moroccan medley couscous. You know, you could pick up a little cheap pack of cooked sausage or something and mix it in with that. Couscous and sausage, or couscous and meat. The easiest one, what I absolutely love, super noodles. Ideal, perfect camping meal. And I still use, if you watched my last video, or my second to last video, you would have seen I had a pack of these, and yeah, super noodles are ideal. and they've got quite good calories in as well, to be fair. Per pack 219 calories, so not amazing, but still, you know, it's gonna warm you up at night, and it's gonna keep you full ultimately. Got a little spoon. Now I'm not gonna lie, this one was £10, but you can pick these up for a lot cheaper, like foldable ones, plastic ones from Go Outdoors for a couple of £1, and yeah, there is options out there. You don't need to take a spoon, just open your drawer in your kitchen, get a metal fork or spoon, teaspoon, and that'll do the job. We've got this little soup jar as well. I think these are £2 from Home Bargains, so perfect for soup, hot drinks, and yeah, even if you filled that up with soup before you went, and obviously it's got a fully sealed lid, so like, it ain't gonna come out or anything. Stuff that in your backpack, and you've got a nice hot soup there for when you're camping. So there's plenty of options for food, and cheaper alternatives. You know, they're not going to give you the 600-700 calories like some of the outdoor meals do, but ultimately for your first camping experience, it's gonna feed you. So everything I'm showing you in this video, it's everything you will need to get out on your first wild camp. Everything else is pretty much an additional extra, so a pillow for comfort, you know, hand warmers, a water filter. Like, you don't really need these. You can carry water, you can take cheap food, you know, there's alternatives. Make sandwiches from your cupboards and your fridge and take them. You don't necessarily need a hot meal, although it does help when the temperature drops, because even in summer through the night, you know, the temperature can still drop. So just make sure you're taking layers, and yeah, ultimately you take more than less. So when you go camping, it's always good to take a head torch, just in case you need to go out of your tent for a wee in the middle of the night. And in the hills, when there's no moon, it really does get dark. I think a lot of people have this perception that when you, like, all the time and every time when you're camping, it's really pitch black and you can't see your hand in front of your face. When you're wild camping and it's a full moon or the moon's out, it's very bright, like very bright. It's like shining on your fly of your tent and really lights up your tent. I think that surprises a lot of people. But yeah, head torch. So this is the Petzl Binder. It weighs about 35 grams and it's a brilliant head torch. Is that dying? Yeah, it's actually dead at the minute. That's how long I've not used it for. But you just got a bit of bungee there, so super lightweight, perfect head torch for a beginner. So this is the Euro Hike Nepal 65 litre from Go Outdoors. This is 20 quid. I think it's still 20 quid as well if you've got a members card. So this is £20, and you know, my friend Hannah wears this backpack on pretty much every trip, and she says it's quite comfy for her and it does a job, you know what I mean? You've got loops there on the bottom to put your foil mat. You've got huge side pockets, and you've got a few pockets inside as well. I'm not going to show you the full backpack. And then you've got a big brain there as well on the lid. It's got a frame, a metal frame, and it's got an adjustable back on it as well, which is really good. It's got an adjustable hip belt, no hip belt pockets, but really adjustable though. So they say with wild camping, the three main important things are your shelter, your backpack and your sleep system. I've gone through all them things now. I think it's a pretty good kit. Like I said, all the links to all the equipment I've shown will be in the description below. There's just a few more things I want to show you. So yeah, you've got all your wild camping gear now and you're ready for your first trip. So there's just a couple more things I want to go over. So trekking poles, and then the setup as a whole, and I'm gonna give you a few features and specs as well. just to help you out that little bit more. I definitely recommend taking this. So this is just a really small, minimal first aid kit, med kit. So just to give you an idea, in mine I have plenty of Compeeds for when I get a hot spot or blister. I have some painkillers, so paracetamol. I have some muscle tape, so if I strain a muscle or my muscles are sore. I have 2 different sizes of tick key. Super important. If you get a tick, you don't want to be leaving that tick in. Barrier cream, just in case I get a cut, and just protect that cut so I don't get infection. Got antihistamines. Got a little pair of scissors in there just in case I have to, I don't know, cut the muscle tape. And yeah, I think a medkit's super important, like really important. I think you don't know when you're going to come into trouble and when you'll need a medkit. So these trekking poles are from Decathlon. I think they're about £10 each. So obviously for the Lanjon 2, you need 2 trekking poles, one on that side and one on this side, obviously. And yeah, I have so when I pitched the Lanjon, so today for example, it's a really hot day, so that is currently set, I don't know if you'll see that, at 120 centimeters. They recommend pitching the Lanjon 2 at 115 centimeters, but obviously I wanted higher sides for airflow because it's absolutely roasting today. I think it's about 20 degrees right now. So yeah, you've got all your gear, you've got your stove, you've got your gas, you've got your food, your spoon, your bag and your sleep system, and you're ready for your first camp. So I just recommend, it can be very daunting to begin with when first starting out wild camping, but I just say just get out there, give it a go. If you don't like it, you can always have a get out strategy and you don't have to stay on the hill if you don't feel safe. The Lanjon 2 weighs in at just over 1 kilogram. What I like about the Lanjon is, I will show you right now. What I like about the Lanjon is, if you are in bad weather, you can just drop your pole, that'll take the size lower to the ground and it'll stop that rain splatter coming on the inner. What I'm also going to do in this video as well is I'm going to put down the sides and stuff and show you the different options. Obviously I've opened the full tent right now, so everything is open because like I said, it's really hot weather, but I will close all the doors as well and then it'll give you a better idea. But yeah, this is a brilliant tent. Like I said, I used the Lanjon 2 for 2 years on every single wild camp. I didn't use another tent. But obviously with me Jogle trip coming up, I wanted something lighter and smaller pack size as well. Don't get me wrong, the Lanjon is a small pack size, the Durston is just that little bit smaller. You've got vents there for extra airflow. You've got plenty of guy out points, as you can see. Plenty of guy out points. Yeah, so with the Lanjon doors, these are a T-door. I think it's called a T-door zip. So, do both sides. Zip down the middle. And then one on either side. Can't even see that, can you? Super easy. Super versatile. And that is the tent closed. So I'm going to sit and enjoy a brew. Why not? If you could feel the heat inside this tent now, oh my god. With a big fly in it. Yeah, definitely recommend keeping your mesh doors closed in the summer as well. It's just because you don't want all them creepy crawlers and flies and midges harassing you all night. So yeah. Yeah, that boiled quick. Use a little cloth to grab my pot. That literally just boiled within about a minute. So obviously this is not a part of the video, but I love these coffee bags. If you want a nice coffee while camping as well. Not sponsored or anything, just appreciating good coffee. See, this is what I was mentioning earlier, like things like honey, coffee bags, milk, they're all luxuries, you know what I mean? Same with coffees as well. Like you can go to Home Bargains or B&M and pick 7 coffees up for £1. Like, there's ways around it. I'm just going to leave that coffee over there to infuse, and we'll come back to that soon. As I said earlier in the video, this sleep system isn't going to give you the warmth the same as a Thermarest pad would, a Big Agnes pad would, a Sea to Summit pad would, but it's going to do a job, and it's going to get you out while camping. Like I said, I used all this gear I'm showing on many wild camps in the Peak District. I didn't venture further out than that with this kit, I'm not going to lie, but Kinder downfall on a very cold night. I think I got down to about 3 degrees. This is when I wasn't filming, so like I said, it'll do a job. It'll give you a little bit of comfort, and ultimately it's going to keep you off that cold floor as well. Like I said, there's many options now, so if you was laying this sleeping bag out on the hill, there's different options. If you didn't feel safe, you could back out. If you was cold in the sleeping bag, you know, you could put layers on, more layers. You've got the hot hand things, you've got electric hand warmers, you've got the heat packs. So yeah, it's gonna do a job. That's the main thing. Plenty of space in this tent, but bloody hell is it warm. Oh my god. And it's full of midges now as well, so the park's getting busier now, so we're probably gonna get going soon. But we have got a little guest making an appearance very soon, so stick around for that. Let me know down in the comments below if this video's helped you out as well. Like if you're new to wild camping and you're looking for one of them videos and you've come across this video that's just going to get you out on the hills to begin with, let me know in the comments how it's helped you, and I hope it has. Even like I said, even if it's helped one person, then that's all that matters really. It's if I can get just one person out in the hills. One thing I want to mention with the Lanchan as well, it's a very moddable tent. I mean, there's quite a few tents that you can do mods to, but it's like this. I've put a washing line in mine, so when I done the coast to coast, I hung my socks up and my head buff, and that's just a neat little mod you can do there. You got 2 lantern holders on either side, plenty of space. Whoa! What have you done to your face?
Scratched it.
Have you come to see the tent? Whoa! Do you want to come in? Go on. Watch. Oh! Like I said earlier, I hope it's just helped even one person just to get out wild camping, give you a good idea on what kit you can get. Like I said, all the links will be in the description down below. Consider hitting that subscribe button if this video has helped you at all. if you want to see more about the gear I've talked about, I have got other videos, so go onto my channel, have a scroll through, and I've got plenty of videos on there. There's something for everyone. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to take this tent down now. I'm going to go on the park for 10 minutes with my nephew Jackson, and yeah, so yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.